they become stronger mage in a school of magic and has no magic power. In the magical realm, magic is everything. Everyone rely on the power of magic to create something out of nowhere, fly across the sky with a broom, or even carrying objects. Heavy summarizing here, magic is a normal thing in everyday life, and its domain determines the social status of people. But deep in the forest lives a lone figure who opposes the rules of this world. Is the move a boy who probably followed the regimen of Saitama's training and can lift his home with his arm. For him, he is just a normal boy who lives with his black father and loves to eat his lunch. They live in the middle of the forest, but at the contrary to the rule, it really can use magic. Rule age 75. Remember from the days when he used to be one troublemaker, but those days are over, and now his stress levels are very low despite moving cause problems and causes wherever you go. When he moves, he was entering the house, broke the door because he didn't know if pulled or pushed, angry and scolds him but always messes with him, gentle with a puppy face, apologizing for not being punished. Black asked him to fix the door, but he literally couldn't move, lacks common sense and tries to put the back door the wrong way, and while his father tries to advise him to, door breaks completely. He promises that he will fix it somehow, but already lost all hope and common sense. Stir while pouring a magic tea, asks if it moves, has completed its routine of morning training moves and confirms. Moss asks why he only trains his body, and no black magic wants to tell him that he can't. He's not a normal person, but thinks it would only break trust of his son, so he decides he's going tell him another time. Nigga, tell him who will leave for a few minutes and asks to move. Stay at home, move, and tell him not to worry, but I returned to legend him of one last thing while he is out. Move should never go to city like a good son. Moves promises who is not going and wishes you a good trip in the however he does not do what he promised. He is very hungry from that training, intense, and has an exclusive promotion from his favorite snack. He wears a robe and covers his face and runs to the city. There he sees that everything is related to magic, even normal street jobs are made with the help of magic. When it arrived, the bakery ordered 7 custard tarts to yourself, but when the time came to pay, they hurt all the coins by bidding. The baker was shocked, and the people behind him started muttering. Despite the shock, stirred his strength to bend the coins back and fix them. This just traumatizes the baker even more. How can someone do this with their hands? Suddenly the wind blows and exposes the face of Moves. Everyone is just horrified to look at his face, mentioning that they can't see any marks on the face. Him, meanwhile, on the other side of the city, a magical police inspector. Beyond the news, he sees that a student was selected to become the visionary divine from the Academy of Magic, a title which is given to the best student in that school. With this title, the student also become noble and receive tons of money as a reward, more than enough to make Brad jealous. Next to him there is also a guy chained just as he moves without any mark on the face. The guy apologizes for steal because he was hungry, but Brad gets mad about work and decides to finish him off. At that moment he receives a call mentioning a unmarked child wandering the streets. This boy is the mess, thinking about how he went against his father's order. It was worth it because he got the special edition of your snacks. Suddenly they slash at a cop and ask sorry, the policeman was drunk and looking for someone to cash your frustration, especially because the sauce soiled his clothes. The guy starts complaining about how he gives it's best to protect people, and this happens despite drinking during the working hours. Move and ask apologies once again and even offers he a snack, but that just popped make the policeman even angrier. Policeman throws the snack on the floor and starts to attack until it reaches the policeman by the collar and rips his clothes, mentioning that he will wash and return them. The face is still angrier because of what messes he did to him and starts teasing him even more. In that brief moment it seems to mediate the scene, but he realizes it moves and assumes it's the boy he was looking for. All world was talking about this boy, unmarked, but Moves didn't seem to import. He kept eating pastries of cream, which seemed strange to Brad. Suddenly Black ran quickly into direction Moves her and ran home with. He in arms buildings watched the party and released a spell of tracking to follow them home. Black got furious because he moves and doesn't Heard your orders but moves and asks. Apologies with your puppy face. Dead and Black interrupts the scolding and, as punishment he tells the move to repeat. Your morning workout routine shakes and, felt pity and sadness, but he still went, leaving the rest of the custard tarts. To his father began to think that maybe it was coming off easy, because Move was never rebellious during adolescence. He has pastries and thinks that they've been living in the woods for hide moves from everyone, otherwise the police would chase him because he didn't can use no magic, something that is almost a crime, but now he must protect it moves more than ever because the police magic had he suddenly discovered the front door was broken into and Brad came in asking where he had hidden his son in the forest. Move was concentrated on his punishment by turning the finger bar, doing bench press like crazy and doing all the crazy things. If you look at the weights, anyone would be crushed if they tried, but he only needed 5 minutes to do that. He was coming home and thinking about her pastries but stopped at door. He doesn't know if he should pull or push because he doesn't want us to leave. His father, angrier inside, asked, Rule, what revealed your son moves? Hearing this was shocked and confused. The stirring heart squeezed when he realized what was happening. Brad mentions that since ancient times, they kill anyone who can't use magic, and he keep that tradition because those who can't use it don't deserve it. Live, but Rule or was determined to protect your child no matter the cost. Brad tries to convince Rule to reveal the Mexico location because if you do, they will spare him even though he was tortured. Black refused. He remembered how he was very weak as a magician and was rejected by all your teachers. His chief family all rejected the death seemed the only way out, but he stopped when he heard a baby cry. He saw that the baby had no mark and first time in his life he felt truly that someone needed him. At that moment he decided that wanted to be the father of that child, and between her in a way no one could deny its brief existence. Ordered that his soldiers searched for Mex K. Rule shouted desperately and gave several slaps in a row until prepare to end the guy. More powerful even if it moves. It had not magic. He promised Brad to send him to hell with your fist. Your heart in Black it hurt knowing that it was moving, risking his life to protect them. He tried to reason with him, but it moves was determined to fulfill his promise despite sadness and fear. Regressed was proud of the courage of Move. Braid started to cast a spell, which he once used to slay a dragon, but it messes with the hand movement. Deviated easily from this. Everyone was surprised, but it just moves. He stayed there very calm and serene. Building used another spell, more mighty one capable of destroying all forest, but moves the slap or spell. Again Brad got furious and started to cast spells against him, but it was too easy. He used the spells like a ball to dribble. He juggled, and I even played volleyball, but now I want to move. Finished. He takes his father's wand and Brad gets scared and creates a barrier. Magic thinking to move this into this move. Throw the wand soon with force. Total, although brief, had a barrier magic around him. He couldn't block the wand and had a cut on the face. Moves threatens Brad to stay away or he would kill them. Dread gone defeated, but offered them a deal. Moves exceptional, so if he enroll in the school of magic he can become God. Brad's chosen mage. I want title. If it moves is chosen like this, the master will be recognized by the city as a mage and does not pay despite opposition. As a rule, Mex accepted the offer because he didn't want to live being hunted like a dog. He wanted to take this chance to transform his vision about the society, and so at night he climbs the stairs to the Academy of Magic and promises to crush any challenge thrown for him in this school of magic with his own punch. Watch the next video. Meet next.